Welcome to the day 5 of the Allyship journey. Today we will talk about the role of money and private property in maintaining the system. In a capitalist system, money is at the base of everything. It allows us to pay for goods, to possess our own homes, to cover our children's expenses, to ensure next generations are protected. So it is key for our future. Yet, as individuals, we are not paid the same. According to UN Women, worldwide, women only make 77 cents for every dollar earned by men. In the US, American Indian, Alaska Native, Black and Hispanic women earn 25% less than white men. And white women earn 81 cents for every dollar a white man earns. Women in the EU earn on average 16% less per hour than men. Still, there are huge differences between the EU countries. The gender pay gap ranges from less than 8% in Belgium, Italy, Luxembourg, Poland and Romania to more than 20% in Czechia, Germany, Estonia and United Kingdom. The gender wage gap in India is the highest in Asia, with women on average paid 34% less than men for performing the same job with the same qualifications. In Latin America and the Caribbean, women earn on average 26% less than their male peers. And given the fact that women earn less, have less property and live longer, the majority of the world's poor are women. So your sex and your ethnicity have a strong influence on the way you are paid. But it's not only this. It is your capacity to get a loan, to get trusted by bank authorities, to get a mortgage, to inherit from your parents, and so on and so forth. 3/4 of the world's population cannot prove they own the land on which they live or work. Female farmers lack equal rights to own land in more than 90 countries. So on average, women own less than 20% of the world's land. Women in many countries face legal barriers preventing them from inheriting property. As an example of this systemic wealth gap, let's focus on the US case with this study from McKinsey. Only about 40% of Black families own a home, compared with 73% of white families. When Black families do own homes, their homes are less likely to appreciate in value, and they appreciate more slowly when they do. Black families' housing options have been historically limited through the National Housing Act of 1934 to those in D-rated neighborhoods, which are characterized by distressed housing stock, lower income residents, and overall decline. 45% of Black children attend high poverty schools, nearly 6 times the rate of white children. Growing up in such schools lowers children's probability of graduating from high school and attending college, crucial ways to increase earning potential. As a result, only 24% of the Black population over the age of 25 holds a bachelor's degree or higher, 10 percentage points lower than the comparable white population. Black workers are unemployed at twice the rate of white workers. And Black workers who hold bachelor's degrees experience a rate of unemployment similar to that of white workers with no college education. Only 8% of Black families receive an inheritance, compared with 26% of white families, which means that Black families are 1.3 times more likely than white families to have student debt. And Black college graduates' wealth actually declines after graduation because they are more likely than white college graduates to support their parents financially. Black consumers are 73% more likely than white consumers to lack a credit score. And these result in a credit denial rate on loans that is twice the rate of those for white consumers. This is a good example on how systemic intersecting barriers limit the wealth building of minorities. You couldn't get wealthy on your own if the whole system is rigged. This results in a growing wealth inequity in the world. According to Oxfam, the world's 2,000 billionaires have more wealth than the 4.6 billion people who make up 60% of the planet's population. The 22 richest men in the world have more wealth than all the women in Africa. On the other side, almost half of humanity is living on less than $5 a day. The unpaid care work done by women is estimated to almost $11 trillion a year, 3 times the size of the tech industry. These rising inequalities are benefiting the wealthiest. Top income tax rates have fallen in all countries, which have made tax systems less progressive. In wealthier countries, the top income tax rates have dropped from 66% in 1981 to 43% in 2018. And the income gap has been exacerbated by the climate crisis. The gap between the richest and the poorest 10% of the global population is 25% larger than it would be in a world without global warming. So your access to wealth is completely determined by your sex, your ethnicity, your social class, and we do not start this race on an equal foot. As an exercise today, I'd like you to reflect on your current wealth level. Did you inherit any money? Did you pay for your own studies? Are you in debt? Do you have savings? Investment? What can you do to develop your financial power? Let us know.